Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Live from my garden. So we have a bit of an issue. Sorry about the road noise, living a busy road. The Bilingo is feeling a bit under the weather. Engine management light has come on, so I'm not going to go stealthing this week. I need to get that sorted, so we can leave that in and see how much that's going to cost me. It's been losing power as a while now, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. So today what I was going to do, I was going to just give you a behind the scenes look at the van, like storage areas and the power supply and things people have been asking me on Instagram to show, and I've never really shown before. The untidy bits of the van, so I'm going to take you around and give you a wee look and see what you think. Okay, so we'll start off with the kitchen area. Now I have done a video on this, so you can go back and check that out for the build process, but I thought I'd do this again because it was very shaky last time. So I travel really light when it comes to the kitchen side of things, and I make do with what I have, save me carton and lots of stuff. So in here what we have is our Ridgemonkey, our kettle, we have a pot at the back, I can't reach it at the minute, cotton board, a thing for the grill and toast, paper plates, plastic plate, our water supply, and a bin. Above that we have our cooker, which nestles in slightly nicely into that slanted shelf there, and all our bits and pieces in there for cooker. Above that we have our IKEA spice rack. I just painted it myself and put a little backboard on it because it doesn't come with a backboard, so stuff sliding in the back, and just have basic things in there. I have different types of coffee, and I've got a couple of soups in there, I've got sugar and salt and all that sort of gear. And then as for entertainment, our entertainment is we have a tablet, 7-inch tablet, does me fine. I can download stuff from Netflix onto that, does the job perfectly. It's easy to run, easy to charge, compact. If you notice my old video, I had a big massive TV and the holes are still there from where it was, but that ran off a gigantic battery that filled my whole footwell. It was a battery out of a bus, and it ran off an inverter, and it was very hard in the juice. Over on the other side we just have our vodka optic for campsite days and fill up some vodka, just random bits and pieces in there. Another spice rack from IKEA, so anybody that's building a van, I would suggest go and get a couple of these, very handy. We've got our backup rod, just our keys hanging there, and we've got our thermometer, which I wouldn't recommend that thermometer, it's not too great. This one here is better, Thermo Pro. Yes, so a little hack that I do. Let's go in. Okay, I'm trying to keep this as steady as possible for you. So, for heat, we have one of these bad boys that runs off butane. Now, the thing about butane, if it's too cold, it doesn't work. So I have a little hack how to get around that. What I do is, it's probably not a good idea, probably dangerous, but that's what I do. Don't do what I do. I'm just showing you what I do. So I put up the butane in here, only when I'm not driving, of course, I put them away safely. So I put them up in there, and I will put my heater here, and the heat rises. It's not scalding hot there now, but it's just warm enough to keep those cans warm, because they go ice cold and then it doesn't vaporize and it doesn't work. So that's my hack, how I get that to keep running in cold weather. Just you have to constantly keep circulating the canister right here, one here, just keep swapping around, but pain in the arse, but does the job. And there's just where my GoPro lives. You've seen all this before, but I'm going into a bit more detail this time. So, power supply. As for power supply, same again, I keep it simple. That's all I use for power supply. That just runs off a battery, which I'm going to show you here in a second. There's 2 USBs, and off that I can charge my phone, GoPro, or my tablet, whatever. All 12 volt in this fan, that keeps it handy. Little curtain pole I put up. just to separate front and the back. And there's the curtain, just a grey sheet. You'll just scrap up in those pockets, just bits and pieces, bug spray and stuff, and torches, knives. Oh, and for my lights. So these are the latest edition, these lights. These are just fairy lights. The message was thrown out, so I just put them in. Just run off batteries. And they work very well. There's two different types, the bright ones and the warm ones, I forget the name of them. So they run off batteries, and batteries are so cheap now, and plus they are LEDs are so easy on the battery power, they last for ages, so I don't need to worry about running off my main power supply, although I have a USB powered light that I can plug in there if I so wish. Okay, so let's go around and see the power supply. Oh, there's that. So here is the power supply. This is all I use for my power supply. Like I said before, guys, I had a big battery in here, a big proper massive battery that filled this whole well, and it weighed an absolute ton. It was overkill, it wasn't needed, so I downsized to this. Just an old battery. Old battery of another van. And I just have two crocodile clips running off that. We fuse, and that's my power. And that is charged by that little solar panel. And that just trickle charges that, and that keeps that topped up. And I never have to worry about that, because I only use this fan. I don't live in this van, I only use it for like overnight trips and stuff like that there, so that keeps topped up. And if I was going to go away for a few days, I would bring it and put it on the charge, but I don't have to worry about that. So people have asked me the power supply, and I didn't want to show it because it's so simple, and it's just so, you know, like, you couldn't make a video on it, so I'll include it in this one. So okay, some more behind the scenes. So this is like another sort of service area, you could call it. This is the door I would never use. I only use, there's my entrance in and out, so this is just like for getting at bits and pieces. So in here we have, I just keep my window blinds in that bungee, and then if you look underneath, that's just my sleeping bag is stuffed in there, and that I'll show you in a second, but that comes up. So I'm lazy and I can't afford to put my sleeping bag away, so I just stuff it under the seat. And also all the bits and pieces in there, but for on a campsite, I have my site hook up in there, a 4-gang plug on it. Shut that. And there's two main storage areas. So again, guys, there's builds and there is videos on these builds. You can check them out on the channel. So I'm not going to go into the building side of them here. So, storage area. I'm trying to do this holding the camera, so apologies. So underneath, you can see I only carpeted it up to here and stopped. I probably should finish it, but you don't see it. Move that either way so you can see. So under here, guys, I just keep all my fishing gear. So I've got my fishing coat, trousers, different coloured fishing bags, and I've got 3 rods with a net, a fly rod in there, I have a spinning rod in there, and I have a sea rod in there, and I also have a backup rod up there, which I just took the reel off. I've put my old reel back on that. Oh yeah, and some more facilities here. So this is the toilet facility. If you're caught short, all van lifers know the score with that. Some extra gas, some tins of beer for we're on site. Just put you on the stand till I can get the back on this. And as for in here, I'm showing you a minute ago there. This is just where I keep the sleeping bag. There's plenty more room in here. You can put all the stuff in there if you want. But all I need it for a sleeping bag for right now. So it's handy. I can just pull it in, pull it out. No messing around, put sleep bags away, it's really handy. So the way I sleep is I'll just put 2 pillows up here, up this end, sleeping bag out, boom, good to go. No messing around, making beds, putting beds away and packing away sleeping bags, which can be a pain. So what else did I want to show you? There was something else. Oh yes, I want to show you the method of putting it back into car mode. So this, just move the heater up into the back of the van. I'm not sure if you can see, so I'll bring you over. Simply just turn this round. Bang, bang, there we go, back into car mode again. Simple as that. And there we go, we're back into camera mode. Yeah, one more thing. My little table I made. Just gives you a bit more extra workspace. I don't think there's anything else I need to show you. The video's already 10 minutes or so long, so let's just yeah, so that is it guys. So next week, yes, hopefully the van will be sorted out and we'll be back out on another stealth. But this was just a view, give you a view and see what way the van's set up and behind the scenes storage areas and power, because people have been asking me, like I said. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'll put a picture up on the screen now of my new merchandise, new design of my merchandise. I already had merchandise with Teespring and Teemail, but I've made a new design. I'm going to put it up on the screen and go and check it out. The link's in the description. I think it's Teemail, truesdaltv@teemail.com. I'll put it up on the screen anyway. But so yeah, thanks for watching, and until next week when the van's sorted, we'll see you again out on another stuff.